Unspeakable suffering in the last 14 months as Israel continues its military campaign in Gaza in retaliation for Hamas' October 7, 2023 attack. Dozens are still held hostage by the U.S.-designated terror group, including some Americans. President-elect Donald Trump said if the hostages are not released before he takes office on January 20th, quote, all hell is going to break out.
They're going to have to determine what that means. But it means it won't be pleasant.
Trump's team took credit for a ceasefire last month between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon, brokered by the United States and France. It's not clear what he plans to do in Gaza.
President Trump may, in fact, have some resources that they can deploy to the Gaza Strip to place military pressure on Hamas. I fail to see how that will be significantly harsher than what the Israelis have brought to bear over the last 14 months. Still, there could very much so be, there could be another element, which I hope that's not the approach, to maybe squeeze some of that humanitarian aid going in.
Meanwhile, the current administration is pushing for more aid into Gaza and working until the last minute that President Joe Biden is in office to get a ceasefire deal done, said Secretary of State Antony Blinken Wednesday.
Gaza has to be translated into something different that ensures that Hamas is not in any way in charge, that Israel doesn't have to be, and that there's something coherent that follows that enables the governance, the security, the reconstruction of Gaza.
That goal is still out of reach despite Washington's renewed diplomatic push with Turkey, Egypt, and Qatar. Analysts say a ceasefire remains uncertain before or after Trump is inaugurated in January. But the transition period is seen by adversaries as a moment of opportunity, said National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan on Wednesday.
And so the imperative on us, both the outgoing Biden administration, the incoming Trump administration, has to be to lash up more tightly than is typical, to spend more time together than is typical, and to try to ensure we are sending a common, clear message to both friends and adversaries in the Middle East.
The common message from the two leaders is that the United States wants the conflict to end. So far, the warring parties are not listening. Patsy, Widakuswara, VOA News, Washington.